Alright, so in this problem, it says that from a window 30 feet above the street, the angle of elevation to the top of a taller building across the street is 50 degrees, while the angle of elevation to the bottom of the taller building is 20 degrees. We want to find the height of the taller building. So we've got two buildings going on here. I'm going to start by drawing that. And we've got a shorter building, and we've got a taller building. And there is somebody that's in a window looking out to create these angles of elevation. So the first number they gave us is from a window 30 feet above the street. So that is measuring that this right here right now is 30 feet. That's how high up that window is. And then the next part, it says the angle of elevation to the top of the taller building. So from here, they're going to look up to the top. There is then this imaginary horizontal line, because in order to have an angle of elevation, it has to be between the hypotenuse and the horizontal line. So that says that the angle of elevation to the building across the street is 50 degrees. So that's going to be 50 degrees between the hypotenuse and the horizontal line. And then it says the angle of depression. So we haven't talked about that yet, but that would be an angle looking down. So if you look down to the bottom of the building, the angle of depression to the bottom of the taller building is 20 degrees. So the angle of depression also needs to be between a horizontal line and the hypotenuse. So that's going to be right here. Between the horizontal line that I drew in and the hypotenuse, that's going to be 20 degrees. We want to find the height of the taller building. So the problem right now with the way the picture is drawn is that there's only degree measures in the triangle. We got to get another measurement in the triangles. So this is where this 30 comes in, is we can actually take that and move it over here and put that as that side. Our goal, just to keep it in mind, is to figure out how tall this building is. This is what I'm trying to find right now. This is my question mark. So really what I'm missing is what the top half of the building. I know the bottom half of the building is 30, but I'm going to have to use the 30 to figure that out. So we're going to take this again one triangle at a time. We're going to look at this bottom triangle first. Looking at that bottom triangle right now, I could use that to help me find the horizontal line, which is what I'm going to find first. And that's going to help me to figure out then what the missing side of the top triangle is. So if I'm trying to find that bottom side, it's opposite and adjacent right now, so we're going to do tangent. It'd be tangent of 20 is equal to 30 over x. It's been a while since we've seen a problem like this, but my suggestion, remember, is to set it up as a proportion and cross multiply. This is x times the tangent of 20 is equal to 30, and then we can divide by the tangent of 20. So it's 30 divided by the tangent of 20. That's what you're going to type in your calculator. And then you should get 82.42. And then we need to use the other triangle in the picture, not the bigger triangle, but the other triangle. We're going to use this triangle, and we're going to use that 82.42 in the picture, and we're going to find this side y right now. So if I'm using that triangle, I'm going to again use tangent as opposite and adjacent. It would be tangent of 50 is equal to opposite y over adjacent 82.42. We'd multiply each side by 82.42. And I'd be typing in 82.42 times the tangent of 50, which gives me y is 98.2. Now be careful, that still doesn't answer the question. Make sure for these word problems you're answering the final question. That's the top part of the building. We also have to include that the bottom part of the building was 30. So to get my answer, I have to take 98.2, add the 30 on. The whole building is 128.2 feet tall. Alright, for this last one, I would kind of like you to pause the video and try it on your own, just to see if you can set it up correctly. And then I'm going to go through the setup and make sure you know what you're doing. So I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. So this will be similar to the third problem that we did with the picture of Mount Everest. Is I'm trying to see, looking at, we have a building right now and it has a smokestack on top of it. If we look to the bottom of the smokestack versus the top of the smokestack to figure out how tall the smokestack is. So I drew a building here. The smokestack is just like a chimney, but it's bigger and the smoke comes out of it. So it's on like a big factory building, that chimney type thing that smoke comes out of. So we know right now that at a point 20 feet from the base is where the person's going to be standing. So that's going to go out this way. It's going to be out 200 feet. It's using that first part. And then we have that the angle of elevation to the bottom of the smokestack. So keywords there, bottom of the smokestack is 35 degrees. So if I go to the bottom, that's going to be 35 degrees. And then the angle of elevation to the top of the smokestack is 53 degrees. So top of the smokestack is 53. I'm going to draw in a line that goes to the top. That whole angle now is 53 degrees. Just fixing my picture a little bit here. So then in order to solve this, this is again a right triangle. We're going to need to take this one piece at a time. So we're going to look at the blue triangle first. Our goal is to find the height of the smokestack, so we're trying to figure out this part right now. I'm going to try and find x first. To find x, that's again opposite and adjacent, we're going to do tangent. Tangent of 35 is equal to x over 200 times 200 times 200. Type that in your calculator. You should get x is equal to 140.0. And then we're going to switch to the second triangle in the picture. Take it one triangle at a time. We're looking for this purple triangle right now. We're going to be able to find side y by again doing tangent of that angle in the purple triangle. 53 degrees is equal to y over 200 times 200 times 200. Whoops. And then type that in the calculator, you get 265.4. And our goal is to find just this. This is what we were trying to find right now. Just how tall that smokestack is. Well, I can take the whole thing, which was 265.4, and I can subtract the part that we knew, the bottom part, which was 140. And that will tell me how tall the smokestack was. 125.4 feet is our answer. Just look at my post on Schoology for the rest of the instructions on what you need to do. Next, I hope you guys enjoy your day at home.